Awards Gala recognizes and celebrates women in action films. Yes, the actors, directors, stunt women, and supporters of this deeply vibrant genre of art who often get overlooked. These women, the women that we're celebrating tonight, they go one step further and say, I would also like to make a living being viciously slammed into tarmac. That's what I wanted to say tonight. I wrote out the phrase, tonight is about empowerment. We read the definition of empowerment, which is to give someone the authority or power to do something. And I realized women don't need to be given anything. We are already powerful. We just need to be reminded of that, which is precisely what we are doing here tonight. Reminding ourselves of the power already intrinsic within us. So, no, tonight is not about empowerment. Tonight is about straight up power. We believe that the action film community is way ahead of the curve in terms of representation in the entertainment industry. So, I hope you guys are ready to applaud the hell out of yourselves tonight. If you're ready for comment. Very excited to welcome to the stage. She is a jazz singer, she's a flutist, she has an incredible band with her tonight. Please welcome Kayleen Peoples.
But we thought we'd entertain you with some bossa nova. So whenever you're ready.
Each one she passes goes, ah. When she walks like a summer that sways so cool and swings so gently that when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. Ooh, how you watch is so savvy. How can he tell he loves her? She looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan, young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each smiles, but she doesn't see.
Melanie Wise, ladies and gentlemen.
I wanted to say, first of all, thank you all so much for actually joining us for this incredible celebration. It means the world that you're all here. Artemis would not happen without the talents, efforts, and support of so many. So I wanted to begin tonight with an extraordinary shout out to our 2018 sponsors, Creative Artists Agency, Agenda Magazine, LA Weekly, City Private Pass, there's more. Final Draft, Habibi Bath and Body, Seven Virtues, John D'Amato, On-Set Headsets, and Cinefilm. Not bad for a 4-year festival, right? When we began the Artemis journey, we wanted to use the power of film to celebrate the power and strength of women. Women who have taken up more physical roles enjoyed greater equality and standing in their societies. And the same holds true today. Until women are seen as physically equal, women will be seen as less. So, let's be very clear. Artemis is all about stunt women. And actually, it's not. So, while we are widely known for recognizing and showcasing stunt women, after all, they are the shoulders upon which all female action content sits. However, we are here to honor all of those who love empowered images of women on screen. And so, from Stunt women and actors who bring indelible female characters to life, to writers, directors, producers, studios, and visionaries who put their heart and soul into productions that allow the female spirit of strength and fortitude to shine, to audiences around the globe who are inspired and love that content. We honor you all. This year, we have an extraordinary multitude of kick-ass women, and in a wide variety of circumstances. Most of our action occurs this coming weekend at the Monica Film Center in Santa Monica, and we have, from ladies making it to the front lines in Vietnam without weapons, to women on the leading edge of the cannabis industry, to women who are breaking ground in innovative business, to women redefining sexuality, and of course, to those women battling aliens. We have lots of those. But don't take my word for all of the action we have. Jump into action and check out the phenomenal programming that we have set for this edition. It's amazing. Everything that we screen redefines the feminine principle. It challenges how women are perceived, seen, and valued through a celebration of female power, determination, and heroism. So for a quick minute, I'm going to have my cute and awesome little friend Sam come up here and share.
Good.
So can you tell all of these people here who your favorite superheroes are?
Well, I like all of them, but some of my favorites are Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Batgirl.
Can you tell me why you like them?
Well, because they all have girl power, they have inner beauty and outer beauty, and they have superpowers.
Do they inspire you?
Yeah, they inspire me.
Okay, so strength comes in many forms, physical and non-physical. And let's just stipulate that women are capable of any damn thing they set their mind to. And it's high time for that to be accepted as a universal truth.
So, presenting our first honor tonight is an amazing woman who started in stunts, doubling for a vast array of stars, then breaking into the tough world of stunt coordinating in a wide range of films, including Romeo Must Die, X-Men 2, and Terminator Genesis. Please welcome Melissa R. Stein.
The next wave of stunt people, that's what this award is about. What is that? You might ask. What it is, it's the next generation of all of us, all these stunt ladies in the room. We all started somewhere, and if we didn't have guidance and mentors, we wouldn't have made it. And if there weren't people to help us and open doors, we wouldn't have been here. It was interesting. I noticed tonight my old friend who I met fresh off the boat from New Zealand years ago, Zoë Bell. I met her at TJ Scott's house many, many years ago, and she was fresh, new stunt person, had just getting started, and I was like, well, Good luck to you in LA. I hope it works out for you. I think she did okay. But you never know what's going to happen with the right spirit, right guidance, and people showing you the way. And there's a woman here tonight, Julianne Johnson. Yeah. She's sitting back there. One of the first female stunt coordinators I ever heard of, way back in the day, doing Charlie's Angels, the original, all that. The original TV show, not the movies. She was an inspiration and helped pave the way for people like myself, and Zoe and Heidi Moneymaker, and all the girls that are, coming along. But tonight we're honoring Cassandra Ebner, a young stunt lady from a little town near Vancouver, Canada, who had a dream about being in the movies. She wanted to be a superhero when she was a little kid, and she became a stunt woman. And she's done really, really well working on a lot of different shows like Parra and a million other things. But this is the next stunt wave, the next generation of stunt women. So the Artemis Festival would like to honor Cassandra Ebner for the 2018 Next Stunt Wave Award. Good luck.
No pressure or anything. Oh wow, that was such a great speech. I totally teared up. When Sam came up here to tell her story about loving superheroes and why she did, you made me cry. It's such a undervalued thing to think about what action movies and female action movies do for people like us. And that's why I'm here today and why I love what I do. And this room filled with so much talent. You guys have no idea how much you inspire me. And you've inspired little girls. So thank you for your dedicated art and for creating it. Please keep creating it, because that's why we love this. And so, again, I hope to carry what you guys do, the inspiration, and pass it on to all the generations to come, and just keep making good art and making badass stuff. So thank you so much, Artemis Film Festival, for honoring me tonight. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys and have become friends with all of you. And thank you to my family and my friends who've supported me all this way and somehow put up with my geekiness of like superheroes and action movies and all my talking about making movies. So thank you guys, thank you supporters. I love you all.
Pleased to present the next honor as a stunt woman in such films as Black Panther and Westworld. Artemis is thrilled to be screening this year a short that she wrote and directed called Dear Sister. I give you Jessica Harbeck.
I'm here tonight in huge support of the work that you guys are doing, because changing the face of the way women are seen in the world is probably the most important cause that any of us can be supporting right now. I'm so excited to present this to the greatest warrior that I know. Heidi Pascoe is one of the toughest women in this game. When I first heard of who Heidi was, I remember hearing that Heidi was the only and first woman to win the Acapulco Cliff Diving Championship, which was always dominated by men. And that badass little blonde sprite, what are you, Heidi, 5'5", 5'3", somewhere? 5'2", got up on that cliff and I don't know how you flip, twist, jump, use wind direction. She killed it, she won. And I was super intimidated to meet her, but I got a great introduction, and she ended up mentoring me in my stunt career. And I'm so, so thankful to have had someone with the wisdom and the power and the determination that Heidi Pascoe has helping me throughout my career. But Heidi, come up here before I start crying in front of all these people and get this Powerhouse Award. I love you.
As some people, sometimes we really don't get recognized. And to have a festival like this to recognize not only us, but all the hard work that the women are doing out there, it's truly amazing. So I do want to thank all the people from Artemis. And I want to thank Melanie, and I want to thank Megan, and everyone else who makes this happen. Okay, and I would like to first off thank my parents for their unwavering support. Because, you know, they really taught me that I could do anything, including disobeying them, going against their wishes, and following my own dreams despite their, you know, protests. But without the courage that they gave me, I would never be where I am today. So I want to thank my mom and my dad up in heaven, and thank you very much for making me the woman that I am. And yeah, I'd also like to thank all the girls in my stunt association for always being the sisters and supporting me and being right here with me at every turn. And I do want to thank two of my mentors, John Epstein and Bob Brown. Those are the two men. They gave me my first stunt coordination jobs. They trusted in me and they believed in me. And I'd like to thank them both. So thank you, everybody, and I thank you all for coming, and I appreciate everything.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Hunger Games, please welcome to the stage Heidi Moneymaker.
Presenting the award for the Stunt Powerhouse, which, I mean, Stunt Powerhouse. This is an amazing award. Okay, this lady, Kashina Deckard, she had 61 credits on IMDb in 5 years. Wow. You know how hard that is to do. It's amazing. It really is. She's a lovely, lovely lady and a badass. And I could stand up here and tell you the list of her credits, which involved DC, which is cool. But you all can look her up online. I just want to say that I have the utmost respect for this young lady. Not only because she has integrity and she is amazing at what she does, but she is currently working on a documentary on her mother, an amazing percussionist, and I can't wait to see this. What an amazing gift to give to your mom, and how rewarding. And we would all like to do something like this, but she's stepping out and doing it. And I just want to say that, Kashina, you are amazing, and you are the stunt powerhouse. And it's with a lot of honor that I present this award to you tonight. Please welcome Congratulations.
So this award ceremony is celebrating women who inspire other women, women who have created a path for others, maybe even unknowingly. Women who kick ass without any sort of an agenda, just because it's what needed to be done. And I cannot stop thinking about my mum, who's here with me tonight. You are the most amazing woman I've ever known. I'm a lucky girl. Anyways, Megan and Melanie, you guys totally rock. TJ, Rebel of the Year. It's always a joy to work with you. There's many more. And Powerhouse. There's a lot more where that came from, so Thank you very much. It's an honor to take some.
Next lady received the 2017 Artemis Stunt Icon Award. As an actress and stunt woman, she can be seen in Sons of Anarchy, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., American Horror Story, Modern Family, NCIS Los Angeles, and Fear the Walking Dead. Please welcome Tammie Baird.
You know when you meet somebody and they're just amazing and they're so kind, and throughout life your paths cross and they're always very inspirational to you. Well, that's what this person has been to me. Danielle Brugio is so amazing. She's kind, she's tough, she's sassy, she's multi-talented. She can do just about anything, and she does. I'm going to paraphrase her motto. It's, if you are passionate, you can master anything if you have the passion for it. And she does. She started off, she was a Broadway dancer, a stunt woman, an author, a director, an actress, an amazing wife. She has time for everything. Like, she is awesome. I first met Danielle on the set of The Matrix Reloaded. I was a background driver, and she was the Trinity fight double. And I got to see her do this amazing stunt. Her and another stuntman were on a overpass, and they ran off and jumped onto a semi-truck that was driving underneath. Like, seriously, the next time you guys watch The Matrix Reloaded, you will see that scene. Like, oh my gosh, that was Danielle. She's absolutely amazing. So I say your paths keep crossing. So years later, when I get into stunts, I came across this amazing book called The Stunt Woman's Workout. Get your body ready for anything. And I was like, well, I'm going to be a stunt woman. I got to do this. So I got the book, and it was like my stunt Bible. I read that from cover to cover. Immediately went out and bought arnica, because that seemed like a very important thing to have. She has always been there. Whether I turn on the TV, I mentioned that she was the Trinity fight double. She was an amazing fight double, so much so that she booked a Heineken commercial as the Trinity character, and she was so badass. She's dressed as Trinity, and she's holding a tray of Heineken, and she's walking, and somebody is in her way, but that's not going to stop her. She throws up the tray of Heineken, starts running across the wall, does some amazing flip, catches the tray. I was like, oh my gosh, that is Danielle. I know her. She's amazing. I just gotta say, it has been such an honor to have her, unbeknownst to her, mentor me in my career with her kindness, with her books, with all the knowledge that she shares. She is so kind that it is such an honor to present the Artemis Stunt Unsung Heroine Award to Danielle Brugio.
Oh my God. It's like terrifying and exhilarating all at the same time. Just like doing stunts. People always say, like, don't you get afraid doing stunts? And I'm like, I don't know about the other girls, but I'm constantly terrified. And honestly, it's just my whole career has been a lesson in facing my fears. And I really want to thank the stunt community because, as Tammie said, I started as a Broadway dancer and an actress. I came to LA with stars in my eyes and wanting to break into film and TV, and I had no idea that I would become a stunt woman. And then I was smart enough to recognize a golden opportunity and say yes. And then I started working and I was like, what am I doing? This is really scary. But honestly, the stunt community embraced me, and it's been such a warm and incredible experience. They really taught me to face my fears, which has been a huge lesson in my life, and they taught me to dig inside, to find that deep reserve of strength that I didn't even realize that I had. And I have to, so many people here that I admire and I look up to. I think so many of you don't even realize what an impact you've had on my life. I want to do a shout out to Debbie Evans out there. Speaking of the Matrix, it was one of my first, it was pretty early in my career, and I come to set, and Debbie did like the really badass stunts on that movie, all the motorcycle and car stuff. And that was the first thing we shot, that like crazy freeway sequence. So I walk up and there she is, like in her black latex and looking all sexy with her little Trinity hair, and like this huge reputation, surrounded by literally the best stunt guys in the world who all will bow down to her. And she was so warm and welcoming to me, because I'm just like wide-eyed, like, what am I doing here? I don't know if I belong here. But I got to see, like, here's this woman, like so many women here, so powerful, yet still gentle and warm and loving. And that's what I've realized from so many of the women in this industry, that you can be fierce and gentle and small, Heidi, and mighty, and so it's been beautiful. You guys have all taught me so much and just made me feel so strong. And I really thank Artemis, because I feel like they've taken that message out and inspired so many women around the world, young women, and I'm so grateful to all the supporters of Artemis. Only their 4th year, they have so much support. You guys are spreading the message far and wide to show that women really are strong and powerful, and thank you for recognizing that. Thank you to my friends that are here, my husband, my family, the support. I think so many people in this room probably understand the grit and determination that it takes to endure this business sometimes. I'm certainly not a stranger to rejection and disappointment and all that. So the support means everything. And these little moments that we get, the little wins, whether it's an audition or a booking or, this. That's the fuel that keeps us going. So this is like my rocket fuel. This is going to keep me going for a really long time. I thank you guys so much. That's all.
Thank you. The next award is the 2016 Artemis Stunt Icon Honoree. Her amazing work as a stunt woman, actress, gymnast, and martial artist is featured in shows like Xena Warrior Princess, Kill Bill, and Grindhouse. Please show your appreciation for Zoë Bell.
I don't want to age myself, but there's a definite feeling of sort of torch passing, which I've been on the other end of, not on this end of, and it is weird because you can hear yourself talking up here. Couple of things. I know I shouldn't really be the one talking about it. How fucking cool is this award? It's the only award I display at home. I'm legit. And I've got heaps of but I've just had so many warm fuzzies tonight, seeing women that I haven't seen for ages, that I've looked up to, that I consider peers and equals, or at some point didn't and now kind of do, and it's just the whole, this is like a really amazing award ceremony to be a part of, so I'm really grateful to be here. I've said that part. Now, Alicia, you. I also had my phone with a list of all her credits. You can IMDb her. The shit is insane. My personal experience is she and I were doubling the same person. I don't know if you remember this, a long time ago. Ultraviolet. Yeah. It was my first job back after a massive injury that had taken me out for a year and put me into a depression. insane sort of identity crisis. You probably didn't know any of this. Anyway, she walks in and I'm like, who is this bitch that's about to put me out of a job? Because I'm like nervous. She was wonderful and amazing and clearly had that talent that, I don't know, I'm going to talk myself up, but I think anyone that has a talent can spot a talent. And she walked in and I was like, fuck yes. Wait, no, it's my job. Wait, yes, no, wait. And I ended up not doing the job. I ended up going to do Catwoman. So many jokes I could play right now. I'm not going to do any of them. But one of the things that makes me honored to be presenting this to you is all I ever hear about you and see when I'm looking at work you've done or how you present yourself in public or hear that you present yourself on set is all the things that I'm proud to be represented by as a female stunt person. You are hardworking, you're super dedicated, talented, people love you. The people that I love you. The kind of people that I want to love me, love you. You know what I mean? You know, that was just like, fuck yes. Excuse my language. I've been here a couple of times, by the way, and I've got quite relaxed about my language. But Alicia, you are exactly the woman I'm proud to be handing this over to, and this is not the one that I won, so it's not actually a torture pass, but I'm Melissa Stubbs, who I've known since I was a baby in this industry, is sitting next to me, and I've got Heidi Moneymaker on the other side, and I can see the back of Alicia's head, which, by the way, whoever did your hair, nailing it. And I'm just like filled with massive warm fuzzies, and I'm really honoured to be here to present this to our real day Wonder Woman. Get up here.
Zoe, so I gotta go back to your speech about how we first met. And hearing yourself is really weird. It's weird. Okay. I remember, I was just a gymnast and a dancer from Hawaii. Flew up to audition for this film and didn't know what I was getting myself into. And Zoe came in and she was demonstrating all this amazing stuff that they wanted me to do. And I remember they're like, do it like Zoe. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm trying. She's kind of awesome. But that's like one of my great memories of, just seeing you and learning from you too. It's but I'm like seeing Kristana here and Michelle, and it goes to like my first few films and with you guys, and winning this award is really cool. I still feel like as a stunt person I still have so much to learn too, I'm still learning. Every show I go on to, I learn from everyone, and I just keep wanting to grow. And I gotta also thank my amazing husband, because he's my biggest supporter, and he makes me want to be the best me possible. So. Thank you again. This is amazing.
For the movie Death Sport for Jean Hartline, which she ended up finishing the whole show. She then tied for second place in the CBS stunt competition. She was the only female competitor against all the top stunt guys. There were 3 elements: cars, which she placed first, motorcycles, and horses. She was a pioneer in this field that was filled with men. She has done everything from cannon rolls to car hits and more, including setting the world's record for the long high jump from an air ramp. She's the mother of 3 great kids. Her son Daniel follows in her footsteps, which is another one of her accomplishments, because back then, women weren't supposed to do stunts and have kids. It's sad, but many a time I was told, oh, you can't have kids and work in this industry. So she was the top rider in the FIM Women's World Championship. And as many people have already mentioned, in 2003, she did the Fast and Furious and won 2 Taurus Awards for driving her car under a semi and then flipping it. That same year, she doubled Trinity in The Matrix and did that fantastic car bike scene that was totally fantastic. She has a total of 7 Taurus Awards that she's earned. I'm sure she thought anything you can do, I can do better, and then she did it. I was so impressed when she got the Taurus Award, she thanked God. She's not only a fantastic stunt woman, but a wonderful, beautiful person inside and out. She always gives me wise words to live by. She's a super mom, a wonderful wife, and a dear friend. It's my pleasure to present this Lifetime Artemis Award to Debbie Evans-Levin.
I also doubled Wonder Woman. I was on a motorcycle. That's right, this echoes up here. You're going, what are they talking about? Now I get it. Yeah, I wore that nice tight blue lycra suit and rode the heck out of that motorcycle everywhere. And she took credit for it. Yeah, stunts has been amazing to me. It's something I trained for my entire life and didn't know it. I was always a tomboy, used to get teased for playing sports and playing with the boys and all that stuff. It's a good thing I never ever listened to anybody and didn't stop me from doing anything. They sure tried, you know, because back then girls weren't supposed to play sports, they weren't supposed to surf, they weren't supposed to ride motorcycles. In school, in fact, I got called motorcycle arms by all the jealous boys. So I grew up riding and competing against the guys, you know, and as kids, and then as men, as we all grew up. And I found that if I respected them, they respected me, for the most part. And if they didn't, I would just get it in my mind that I was going to prove them wrong. I would bite my lips. Sometimes there'd be steam coming out of my ears because they were demeaning and they thought I was stupid because I was a woman. And I would just prove them wrong. And you know what? Those same guys became my friends because I didn't disrespect them. And you're gonna laugh at this one. I was coordinating this show and the key grip wouldn't help me do anything because the coordinator, being a stunt coordinator, is a man's job. And so I ended up rigging something myself, and the next day I went to work, and the actress had to run across in front of the stage, and there were trees and wires and stuff like that, and I was going to safety her. And I walked over to him and I said, hey, do you think you could help safety this actress as she comes through? Because I'm a lot smaller than you, and I want to make sure that she's safe. Well, his chest puffed out. He took a deep breath and says, sure, little lady. And from then on, if I asked him to jump, 10 feet, he would have. He'd do anything that I wanted. And he was a sweetheart after that. So, yes, we women can do a lot of things that a lot of people don't think we can. But do we have to put it in their face and tell them, you're a jerk? Sometimes we want to, but sometimes we get a lot farther by just proving them wrong. So I was thinking about this story when I was sitting there, and I got a funny little story that, is kind of goofy. But I was about 11 years old and I saw a TV show and the guys were climbing coconut trees and they had their hands out like this and their feet, they were climbing barefoot. And we have a light post out in front of our yard and it had ridges on it. And so I thought, man, I think I could do that. So here I am climbing up with my fingers on the ridges and my toes gripping until it got real skinny, and then I shimmied up the rest of the way. And when my mom came home from the grocery store, I was hanging from the light post.
Oh my gosh.
That should have told her something about what I was going to do in the future. But she freaked out and ran into my dad, who was working in the garage, and he comes out and he says, "How's it up there?" I said, "Oh, it's great." He goes, "Can you see really far?" And I said, "Yeah, I can, Dad." And he goes, "Can you get down?" And I said, "Yeah, Dad, I can get down." And he goes, "Stay up there as long as you want. Just don't touch the wires." My poor mom went another shade of gray that day. I take full responsibility for her early gray hair. But my dad was supportive in a lot of ways too. He gave me a motorcycle when I was, he taught me how to ride behind my mom's back when I was just 6 years old. And then he always taught me how to water ski at age 6, very patient, and he taught me how to throw a ball and to do different things and to defend myself. And he said, "Now if somebody hits you, you can hit them back. Don't hit them first." So I'd stand there and I'd go, "Come on, hit me, come on." When I get really ticked off anyway. So, I'm thankful to both my mom and my dad, because my mom allowed my dad to get me involved in a lot of things that most moms might say, "No, my daughter's not doing that." And I'm so grateful to see that now girls, young girls and women are having the opportunities to explore different things. Jessie Graff is a good friend of mine, and the Ninja Warrior, Jessie Graff. Yeah, I knew her before she was that. But it just shows you how much we can do if we put our minds to it and we train really hard. And it's important when you do go out into the film industry to not set the bar too high for yourself. Don't talk about, "I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that." Show them. Set it lower than you think you can reach, and that way you will always impress. And that's in any field, not just stunts. It's it really, really works. So anyways, I just want to thank Artemis for giving me this award, and I see so many of my good friends, and I'm just really honored to accept this award. Oh, and then of course my wonderful husband, I can't. My husband Lane we've been together before. We met motorcycle riding. He rode for Bultaco and I rode for Yamaha. And so we rode off into the sunset together. And we're still, he's a stuntman, and so we share that common. We know everybody. We talk about work. We talk about motorcycles. We share so much of life together, and it's just amazing. And we have 3 wonderful kids and a beautiful grandson. And, they've been through a lot with me. I've been hurt a few times, and I know it's been really hard on them. But when I look back and I say, okay, would I do anything over again? Or would I do anything different? Would I not do this? There's no way. This is who I am. This is what I was made to do. and what I'm meant to be. And I wouldn't change a thing. I still love it. I was on set last 2 weeks in Atlanta doing a car chase in a minivan. And I was kicking that Challenger's butt. It was funny because the Challenger kept braking, and I was going, Challenger 1, minivan, or minivan 1, Challenger 0. We got all the way up to 8. So I was beating the tar out of that Challenger and having a good time. So anyways, thank you all. Best of luck.
I'm going to hand this out. Firstly, as an actress in a room of such badass stunt humans, I'd like to say 2 things. One, I will never, ever, ever claim that anything I did was me. And secondly, hearing myself up here is wonderful. Oh, I love it. But more importantly, this is not about me. God damn it. I'm here to present that, which I can't carry, and carry this because I have no self-respect or dignity, because I'm bringing back to the point of an actress. So I'm going to read this. The Walking Dead. Tick. Rescue Me. The Good Wife. Third Watch. Law and Order SUV. And Marvel's Jessica Jones. This is just like a small amount of what this recipient has not only written but directed. Rosemarie Rodriguez. She is a champion of women. Women in action, in conflict, in triumph, joy, tragedy. Look, for us women, that's Tuesday. But she is bringing it to the screen, and more importantly, what she's doing is she's reminding those that don't know that, I don't know who that is, but that women and female characters are just as formidable and every bit as kick-ass as their male counterparts. Now, Rosemarie is going on to shoot Cagney and Lacey. I'm available. Corpses are my thing. I'm very quiet. But tonight, the Artemis Women in Film Festival is grateful and proud to be honoured to be able to give Rosemarie Rodriguez the first female director, and may it never be called female director again from this point forward, for the festival, the Action Champion Award for her exceptional career in film and televisions. Congratulations, Rosemarie. Come up and get the hard one. There you go. All right.
Hi, it's awesome to be here tonight. I can't believe I'm the first director. I want to thank Melanie so much because, as everyone in this room knows and has lived, and the guys with the women know, that anyone that supports other women in this business is pushing a rock uphill. And that you've been doing it for 4 years now is amazing. I've always admired you from afar. And now to be here is amazing and an honor. Secondly, everyone in this room, I usually work in New York, trying to be out here more, and I'm so looking forward and would be honored to work with anyone in this room. Stunt people are always the rock stars on set. Of course, I'm an actor's director. I love actors very much. And I love stunt people, and I love stunt women most of all. Because you make me look so good. And you're also great storytellers, and sometimes I think people just think about the physical part and don't really acknowledge enough that the stories that we tell are really important, and that you ladies and gentlemen that are out here, you stunt people, you really help us tell the story in really unique ways, and I think that's really important. And I want to thank my husband also, of course, because in June we married 25 years. And to be married to someone who's a female in this industry is not easy. And when I met him, you know, he was on vacation. I lived in Florida. I was in New York and I kind of escaped to Florida, and I met him on vacation, and that was it. It was like, just knew that was going to happen. And so from that moment, very early on, I was like, I just want to make a movie. I just want to make a movie. And what does he know? He's just like, yeah, okay, I'll help you make a movie. Not knowing the years and the pain and the blood, sweat, and tears that would go into that, right? And then the hell when you make a movie and then you're trying to get it distributed, even after you go to Sundance, and you're pushing that rock uphill because nobody's talking about female directors, because nobody gives a shit about female directors. But I love what was said here tonight. What is said was that I live for the day when it's just great director and there's no gender in front of it. And having said that, I am so grateful for the female characters and the female actors, the wonderful people that I get to portray, get to help and work with and tell stories. And some of those characters, like Jessica Jones, they do kick ass. And they go inner psychology and trauma and rape and deal with things that we all live with on a daily basis and we don't get to talk about and we don't get to show, and everything's coming out now. And I think it's a beautiful thing to be free, to be exactly who we are and kick ass.
The next award is the 15-time world and 6-time national arm wrestling champion. Yeah. And star of Artemis Film Festival's 2018 winner of Best Comedy, Combat Nuns, All or Nothing. Please give a warm welcome to the Emmy-nominated star of Glee, Marie Jones.
First of all, Zoë Bell, I love you. I have to hug you before we leave. I haven't seen you in years, but I love that girl. My quadfocals. Okay. From being a professional comedian to an impersonist to killing demons with a buzzsaw, and her biggest thing I think was the time, Dana, you were my stunt double. Dana DeLorenzo can and will do it all. She's been heard on Mancow's Morning Madness show on the radio, seen hanging with Harold and Kumar and Ash and the Evil Dead, or living it up on The Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Dana, we love it when you make us laugh. We love it when you make us let out a blood-curdling scream. Dana is a multi-nominated actress in the Fangoria, am I saying that right? Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. She is also nominated for Best Actress in a Horror Series at the iHorror Awards. Dana, we look forward to watching you flourish and grow and continue to kick ass. Artemis Women in Action Film Festival presents, and I'm very honored to be the one presenting that, the 2018 Action Next Wave Award, Dana DeLorenzo.
First award, so that means I felt like I was like, wow. Yes, so that means my first award. Here, Artemis. But thank you, Doc. That made me sound like I've done a lot more. Thanks. But I do think there has been a mistake. Because this Women in Action Award celebrates Artemis. She's fierce and skillful. She's a fierce and skillful badass. And the only thing I'm skillful at is fearfully and fearlessly falling on my ass bad. So I hope someone brought a crash mat tonight. There's a lot of stunties here. Someone brought a crash mat. Because I will find a way to impale myself on Artemis's little tiny arrow. No, true. Where's Melanie? Melanie Wise got the memo. Melanie, did you or did you not get the memo from the other Dana with the Y? But please confuse me with her. Please do. Dana Grant, who is a previous Artemis honoree and also my stunt coordinator. Fact or fiction? It's fact, because I don't lie. I don't. I'm terrible. I'm an actor. Okay, that's a lie right there, because actors are good liars. But did Dana Grant say or not? Put airbags in place for Dana DeLorenzo. She did. And you stunties, you never lie. You always sugarcoat anything about us mortals. Because you guys too old to no, you looked great. You looked great. Meanwhile, your legs falling off. You know, your ACL is over there. And we're like, is it good? Yeah, you were great. You guys are very kind. So, she's Dana Grant's telling the truth. Okay. But I will ungracefully but graciously accept this award. It means so much to me, not just because it's my first, but it's so synchronous because our show, Ash vs. Evil Dead, is the series finale is this Sunday. So this is the perfect bookend to celebrate this insane and groovy-licious journey. And I can't think of a better way to pay tribute to the character of Kelly Maxwell. A fierce warrior who made it her mission to avenge her family and kick evil's ass all the way back to hell. And what a great honor for her and for me and all of the unsung heroes who made her who she is and helped bring her to life. And I wrote an article a couple years ago for Women in Horror Month. And it's so funny because just the last few speeches, we were all saying the same thing, and that was me being annoying in the back, wow! I can't scream, so that really was me, wow! But it takes, the title of the piece was, it takes a village to raise a strong female, in parentheses, character. And I am so with you. I wait for the day and celebrate the day when we can just say a strong director, a strong character, who just happens to be a female. And I want to thank Artemis, thank Melanie and Meg, and everyone in this room who in this honor, in this fierce, fearless, badass warrior who is celebrating women who do that. And I can't think of a better time to win this or to be here in this room with you incredible people and true real-life badasses and real-life warriors, where we celebrate women. And I thank you all for any story you're telling, any hard knock you're taking, any concussion, bleeding, all the things that you're doing to help bring that to the forefront so that there is more diversity in the entertainment industry, so that especially every woman of every color, of every race, of every age gets a fair shot to shine her light and gets paid equally to do so.
Recipient of the 2016 Artemis Action Powerhouse Award, she played a robot in Man and Machine. Detective Kirsty in Brooklyn South rocks the role of the intrepid alligator hunter in the TV movie series Lake Placid, and made history as the wielder of the Witchblade. See her this year in the Assassin's Code. Please welcome Yancy Butler.
This is an amazing vibe, by the way. Getting this award and being among women that actually support women and aren't whispering behind their backs and are actually happy to see people succeed. This is amazing, really. Give yourself a What happened to Sam? Sam left. She went to the bathroom. Sam had to go home. I don't blame her. It's past my bedtime, too. I can't help but think of this great quote. And it was about Ginger Rogers, and she did everything that Fred Astaire did, but she did it backwards and in high heels. So that's and I get to present to a male director, so that's even cooler. And it is a privilege and a true honor to be presenting this next award. T.J. Scott directs great projects with powerhouse women: Xena, Cleopatra 2025, Orphan Black, La Femme Nikita, Star Trek Discovery, Gotham, The Strain, Death Valley, Mutant X, and Dark Matter, to name a few. No shit, with a feedback here, it's a little strange. He has worked in show business for more than 30 years in New Zealand, the United States, and Canada, and in 2015 he won the award for Best Direction in a Dramatic Series at the Canadian Screen Awards for his work on Orphan Black. For his commitment to putting women of action in the spotlight, that was really loud. For his commitment to putting women of action in the spotlight, Artemis Women in Action Film Festival presents the Artemis Action Rebel Award to director TJ Scott.
You know, putting together a festival like this must take an amazing amount of energy and time. So thank you so much, Melanie and Megan, for putting this together, and your team. And I want to talk a little bit about teams and teamwork. I would not have a career as a director without stunts. You guys all get this. At 18 years old, I was a kind of really crappy actor who wanted to be a stuntman, and I walked into every stunt association's door and said, I want to be a stuntman. Okay, you did that too. A stunt person. You know what the response is. You know, you're never going to be a stunt person. But guys like Alan Olney and Dick Zeiker and Connie Palmisano, Dar Robinson took a chance on me. And I was 18 years old, and they all gave me jobs. But almost invariably, they said, what are you good at? And I said, team sports. And I believe that stunts is a team sport. That's how I got hired. I didn't have a lot of talent, but I knew it was a team sport. And you all know it's a team sport, and we all rely on each other in stunts. It's a team, and you make it as a team, and you put together a festival like this because you're a team. So fantastic work putting this together. I've been super lucky in my career. I kind of sprung from stunts. And back in the day when I was doing stunts, there weren't a lot of women. And in fact, I doubled women, and I didn't like it when I did it. And at one point I said, that's it, we need more women in this business. And I bowed out of a really good stunt role, doubling someone that I did every day, and we put a woman in there, and it was like, I think it made me the happiest of anything to see a woman in that role and going, this is what we need to do, we need to continue to do it. And there shouldn't be guys doubling women in the business. And I really too, I was like, how come there's no women stunt coordinators? There's great women. Cut forward to, I got out of my stunt career when I was quite young and went into directing. And the first show that I got to direct was Hercules. And from Hercules, there was this little show that was spinning off with one of the female characters, and I was like, oh, I want to be on that show. Like there's a female hero in the show, because I've always liked that, you know. It's much more interesting women being action girls than guys. We all know that. So and in this production office that we were doing Hercules, and it was in the same office. They were this woman show, and I was like, let me on that show, And the show was called Xena. And I complained enough that they said, okay, go do an episode of Xena. And I did an episode of Xena, and I never went back to Hercules. And I think it was in the second season, Xena had about 5 stunt doubles. She had the riding double, the fight double, the second unit double, the third unit double. But the main stunt double on the show walked into our office and said, I'm pregnant. I gotta step down. And we were like, we're in New Zealand. There's not a lot of stunt people here. Okay, this is like straight out of a movie. In comes right through, there's like the door opened up, and this woman walks in and says, I want to be a stunt woman. Okay, I said to the stunt coordinator, and I said, take her out and test her. And he came back and said, damn, she's really good. And I said, well, let's give her the job. Her name was Zoë Bell. So good timing. The day that the stunt double quit. So it was amazing working with Zoë, and we knew right away that she was sort of special. But I was really lucky that because I did Xena, and it was a little bit of a phenomenon at the time, by the time I got off, I got to do La Femme Nikita. And once again, it was a strong woman character, and I just loved it. And I stuck on that show because it was so fantastic. And I decided to write a movie that had a strong female lead in it. In fact, 2 strong female leads. And it was called Blacktop. And one of the main stunt doubles on that was Melissa Stubbs. And was like one of the first women stunt coordinators that I really knew. And I was so proud that Canada had a stunt coordinator that not only made it in Canada, but made it big in the States. So I just really been lucky to work with amazing women who are stunt performers, really great actors, been in this business where it's really a team effort. You don't make it unless you got a team. Acting and stunts are a team sport. And it's just amazing that you all as a team and Melanie are supporting women and letting people know, you know, they're equal, they're better, they're way more fun to work with than guys. And in fact, my last 2 shows, Katrina Decker has been my stunt coordinator, and it was the first time that I worked with a female stunt coordinator, and I'll probably never go back to working with guys again.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you very much for this.
Action Warrior Award recipient. You may recognize her work as the relentless Terminator in Terminator 3, Painkiller Jane, Unhappily Ever After, and Mortal Kombat Conquest. Please welcome the spectacular
I found out that I had some interesting common trivia with the next recipient. We have the same agent, and we also both got our start on the daytime soap As the World Turns. Ming-Na Wen. Her very name means enlightenment. From playing a life-saving doctor on ER to performing your own stunts on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., to being one of the very first Chinese-American actresses to have a contract role on the TV series As the World Turns, thank you for enlightening audiences to character portrayals that expand the meaning of what it is to be a woman of action. It is many a little girl's dream to grow up to be just like a Disney princess. May they all aspire to be an ass-kicking warrior princess like your beloved Mulan. Just like her, Ming-Na, you bring honor to us all. A paladin is a class of warrior that is fully devoted to kindness and ridding the universe of evil. They have an extremely strict honor code, as well as a soft spot for children and animals. In combat, a paladin with a cause is almost impossible to defeat. Artemis Women in Action Film Festival is proud to honor Ming-Na Wen with the Artemis Action Paladin Award. Come on up.
Just all the honorees, the badass honorees tonight. I'm glad to be one of those badasses. Thank you to Melanie and Megan, Zach, all of you at Artemis. This is quite an honor. Being Chinese American, a woman of color, with a very Chinese name, I had a lot of uphill climb in this business. And I just think that having award shows like this for women is so important and wonderful. So thank you. And also, being a woman of a certain age, I will bring ageism into this. Thank you. You're welcome. It's a great validation that it's just a number and it doesn't matter. Even though having been on this wonderful show, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for 5 years, there's so many people in this room that I have worked with and who have helped me. Matt Mullen was our stunt choreographer for 2 years. Wonderful director Kevin Tancherone is here in the audience. He has helped to direct one of my most enjoyable fight scene, which was when Agent May had to fight herself in lingerie and a silver sparkly dress. Now, here's the other thing about women in stunts. We have to do it in heels a lot of times. And that makes us a little bit more badass. But I'm not bashing the guys because they are incredible in helping us do our best and perform our best, even when I had to chip my teeth. And last year I tore my ACL, my meniscus. So doing a fight scene, and my mom told me after that happened, she says, Ming-Na, you not young. You know, it's good to have encouragement. I am over half a century years old. And it is great validation that even with these issues, we fight on. And I'm grateful for this award because it means I'm still doing something right. And I love that we get to play these really strong female characters to inspire young girls, men and women. And I go to a lot of these Comic Cons, so I know. Although doing Mulan is a lot easier, just doing a voiceover. I have another great set of guys, Eric Kritzer, Steve Muller, Ryan Bundra, who helps me out a lot. They're my team. And my beautiful, amazing husband, Eric. So men are good. You know, it's good to boss them around. A little bit. Before I forget anyone, I have to write down some of these things because I'm old. I just want to say also that my Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Action Unit team, they're also incredible, all the camera guys. And I just also want to say that being a woman, you can be feminine, you can be strong and tough, you can pop babies out of this body, and it's all good. So I think we should applaud everything about being a woman.
Our next presenter, actually you've seen her, she's an actress, producer, quintessential badass, and founder of the Artemis Women in Action Film Festival. Give it up once again for Melanie Wise.
You are the most shining example of beauty, brains, and brawn. You nailed your very first audition and landed a fantastic role in Girl Fight. And then you went on to, kill another audition, her second, by the way. She landed that role too. So it becomes one of those where you ask yourself, how is it that someone can get killed off of Fast and Furious and be brought back? Well, it's kind of an easy equation when you consider how amazing Michelle is. Okay, I lost my place again. Michelle, you embody truly the spirit of Artemis by refusing to portray women who are not indomitable and tough. You are essential to box office breaking action films, Fast and Furious, Avatar, Resident Evil, and you still are creating more roles who, like you, demand to be part of the kick-ass team. No worries. Her with the Artemis Action Revolutionary Award because this woman is a Renaissance woman, and what she does in this industry is actually truly revolutionary.
My first stunt woman, stunt double, right there, Debbie Evans.
the gangster. She was like world road cross motorcycle champion when I met her. Like, and then of course Alicia, where are you? When you were like 20 years old. You're a baby. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm an acrobat. I was like, after watching you in action, girl, I was like, yeah, she's done. She's stick a fork in it, man. She's a stunt woman, for sure. I realized years ago when I got into this business that I was in the wrong line of work. I realized that because I noticed that all the stunt doubles were having all the fucking fun. I was like, they get to ride the cars, they get to do the backflips, jump out of buildings, break through freaking glass windows, you know, everything that I dreamed of, which is why I got into the business. I wanted to do everything that was illegal without going to jail for it. And here I am now, accepting an Artemis Award. But I'm just super grateful. God, I wouldn't have a career if it weren't for you gals. And I just love and respect you, and I am so happy to see so many young women in this business who didn't have to fight tooth and nail the way that we did, just to, you know, get ahead. And so I'm just super happy, super proud, and super grateful for all the men and women that are out here just doing it and kicking ass and thinking equality, living equality, and just not even thinking twice about it, because that's how it happens. It's not about fighting one with the other, it's just really about just recognizing and respecting what is when it's in your face. And so, God bless all of you, and thank you so much for this award.
Artemis winner, and she's going to present some filmmaker awards. So please give it up for Jill Morley.
It's so great to be here. It's as a boxer and a filmmaker, it's one of the few times I feel like I'm somewhere where I'm normal. Okay, so here I am I'm doing the awards, by the way, for the film, so get ready. The finalist, third place, Steady and Sherlock, John Robert Christopher. Just go? Okay. Finalist, second place, Emancipating Maryland, Bridget Bell McMahon. Finalist, first place, Ball of Fire, Sean Coleman. Best Screenplay, Pro Action, Peachy Keen, Deborah Blandino. Best Screenplay, Pro Action, Rebel, Susan Cameron. Hand to Hand, Pimp Killer. Best Fight, Weapons, First Samurai in New York. Best Fight Choreography, I need a little, Tsuyoshi Abe Kali Diaries. Best Stunts, Change. Best Student Short, Pro Action, American Queen. Best Student Short, Action, 88 Soul. Special Recognition Short, Clandestiny. Best Actor, Short,
Ricky Fox, Game. Best Actress, Short, Francesca L. White, Dead Meat. Best Director, Short, Kirk Howitt, Inner Demon. Best Short Doc, Pro Action, Perpetuate. Best Short Documentary Action, Fight Like a Girl. Best Short Pro Action, Rekindled. Best Short Narrative Action, When Kids Grow Up. Best Actor Feature, Amir Talai, Stuck. Best Actress Feature, Georgina Phillips, Devil Sits on Both Shoulders. Special recognition feature, The Sunrise Storyteller. Environmental Vanguard, Living in the Future's Past. Vanguard, Perfume War. Best Foreign Documentary, Mightier Than the Sword. Best Director Feature, Jillian Arminante, Stuck. Best Comedy, Combat Nuns, All or Nothing. Best Documentary, Pro Action, Mary Jane's The Women of Weed. Best Documentary Action, Beauty Bites Beast. Best Feature Action, Virgin Cheerleaders in Chains. Best Feature Pro Action, Stuck.